Hello, welcome to my channel. So this is going to be my video on reading for the collective for the week ahead. I use astrology and also use my psychic abilities to just tell you what I feel like the week's going to be ahead. Then I also give a channel for my guides, and we also do a 4-card spread where you guys can pick 4 cards, and I give a message out of 4 cards, what message for each card. So getting into it with this week, like where the sun is now moving from Aquarius into Pisces. So from Saturday afternoon, the sun will then go from Aquarius into Pisces. So my birthday is on Saturday, and I'm lucky enough to be born in the morning, so I'm an Aquarian. So moving into this week, I just feel like be very careful of delusion, because in Pisces we've already got Neptune, we've got Jupiter, and now we're going to have the sun. So it's going to become a bit of potent. And I just feel like we've got Mercury just coming into Aquarius. It's coming in there now, and it's on its way to meet up with Saturn. They won't meet up this week. But we've seen, so it's been communication about our freedom. So we've seen around the world starting of easing down restrictions. But I feel like don't get too excited just yet for what's coming. So there's been talk, I find, when these little planets like Mercury, Venus, Mars, as they're going through, they are creating like small like bursts of energy. I feel like Mars is quite a strong planet, so that I find that puts really strong like bursts of energy in. But with the Mercury, we're thinking about our freedoms, we're thinking about this, and we're getting a little bit of winds in here. But don't forget, we've got that Saturn in Aquarius, and as that Saturn goes through Aquarius, it's going to get stronger. The energy is going to get stronger of that problems with our freedoms, problems with technology, problems with humanitarianism, like caring for one another. So those that hasn't gone away. So even though we're seeing these little spurts of where the governments are deciding to cut certain mandates with masks and other things, it's like, I just feel like don't get too carried away with it, because I feel like we really need to be careful of delusion, and by it's like they're trying to smoke screen or sort of trick us by this I feel like there's underneath things that are coming on, and that's going to be a big thing this year, where we really need to be careful in our own lives. Like, what are we deluding ourselves? What's coming in where it's distracting us from what we're going to do, from where we're going. We do have a lot of Capricorn energy still, and by the end of the week, we're going to have the moon, we've got Venus, we've got Mars, we've got Pluto still in Capricorn, and I feel like with these planets in there, so by the end of the week, it's really going to build up this Capricorn energy. We've got this Mars and Venus doing this little chase and dance with each other, and Venus is faster than Mars, but they're doing it at one point. Mars sort of takes over Venus, but then Venus is going to catch up, which is rare. But they're going to meet up with Pluto, not this week, but they're both racing up there to meet Pluto. So it's about taking action. I feel like this is also energy is kind of helped us with those mandates, but there's underlying issues. There's also arguments with the government, arguments within this passion, this fire, with these two planets going head to head, and they're definitely working on their magic. So I do feel like with this week there's going to be more tensions in Europe coming up, with the terms of Russia and Ukraine that's coming up. So I feel like tensions are going ahead, and I feel like there could be some airstrikes that are going to come about. So I feel like that's going to ramp up a little bit in tensions with certain leaders around that area, and with America coming in there. But I don't feel like I never ask my guides, because I my videos, I have been predicting war. And when I hear this on the news and I see this, and I ask my guides, is this it? They keep on telling me no, May. I keep on getting May. But I kind of feel like this is a big distraction, because I feel like there's been plans with China and Russia and their allies. They've planned this out. This is carefully planned out, but we're not going to see everything exposed until May. There's something about May that keeps on coming up with me. But I will say this, that I feel like this week we might hear some sort of truth bombs. So you might, in your own life, sort of truths might be coming out in your own life. And I feel like we really need to look deep down within our wisdom into where we're going and how we're going to really make things work. But I feel like the truth bomb could be coming out with China and Russia. Might be coming out this week. We might hear some stuff coming out. I feel like China's just wanted things just at the moment. They're part of their plan. They've had the Olympics. So I knew things really wouldn't ramp up that much until after the Olympics, because I feel like they would let China have the Olympics. And, you know, China and Russia, they're partners. It's a partnership that they're having there. But again, it's also a battle of egos, because I feel like with this Chiron in Aries that we have there, that's Aries is like leadership. Aries is, you know, very important people. And I feel like there's going to be tensions there with leadership coming up this week ahead. I feel like it's going to be clashing. It's like some of the leaders are going to want to want to do good, and they're trying to put it out there, but it's not really going to be working for them. And even in our own lives, you know, take ownership, take leadership. But I feel like there's going to be issues with certain leaderships that are happening in our own lives, but around the world. I also feel like with this week, it is about assessing our lives, like trying to move into action. Because I just take notes, I meditate before I do this video, so I take a little bit of notes down. I could like start thinking about money, because we do have the North Node in Taurus. It's like a destiny point, life lessons. And we've got the Uranus in Taurus too. So I do feel like the money system is going to change. I feel like that's probably more next year. But I was just getting, when I was sort of meditating and looking in for this week ahead, I just got like, start thinking about money, like the value of money, where to put money, and try and think of like certain scenarios. Like Uranus is unexpected. It's very hard. If you're just doing astrology, it's hard to predict an actual, like, what Uranus is going to bring. When we see other planets, we know what they symbolize. So we can sort of say, like, you know, with Saturn, it's problems. So we know problems are going to happen. But when you got Uranus, it's unexpected, it's unusual. So I was just start thinking about money, the value of money. Where would you put money? So just start thinking of different scenarios that what might happen, and, you know, try and get some sort of plan, action going. I also feel like too about this week, it's about what is missing from our lives and how can we like fill the void. It's like I feel like we're assessing and we're seeing what's missing from our lives and how can we fill that void, how can we fill that gap. And I feel like it's very important to really start planning it, or putting the plans into action now. We really need to start actioning in our lives what we're going to plan, what we're going to do, and moving forward as well. Even for myself, I've noticed that I'm starting to think about, you know, where I want to take my this psychic, my YouTube channel and other things, and I'm definitely putting into action what I'm going to do. So hopefully I'll have some exciting news where I'm going in the future. I know I am learning Reiki coming up this week, so Reiki 1, it's very exciting. I also feel like it's definitely a week. Don't be shy to reach for the stars. I just feel like, no, just don't be shy to really reach and try and make a better place. But I really feel like, yeah, again, just be careful of any delusion or deluding thoughts. Too, I also had an epiphany this week too, when I was just thinking about the planets and where they are, especially where Neptune is. And like, because Pisces also rules drugs and medication. And when you think about Neptune, since it's been in this Pisces, a lot of I probably wouldn't trust anything new in terms of medication and drugs that's been coming out since the Neptune and Pisces transit. And as I said, as the planets go through the houses, these energies get stronger. So yeah, I'm just reluctant to anything that new that does come out, or anything that's promised anything sort of miracles in terms of medication. I would be very careful. I wouldn't, probably just be careful with that. I also feel like, it's definitely just this week of action. Let's look through some cards and we can see card a day. Let's have a look, and then I will do the 4-card spread. So let's have a look of where we're going with the cards of the week ahead. So I'm going to put out a card a day, and then I'm going to put out a spiritual advice card for spiritual. Okay, let's see. Let's have a look. So we got here. Okay. Alright, so we got here for Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm going to have one more card just for the spiritual aspect of the week to sum up. Okay, then we'll do a channel. So Monday, it's definitely, you know, as I'm taking this action, you know, looking, planning. When I see this card, it's about business. It's about stepping up for new opportunities coming in. When I see this card, I know the person, either they're going to get a new job, they're going to get some sort of promotion. This definitely is a thing about to do business, about your job, your career, and where you wanting to go. Again, don't be scared, and don't let people put you down. If you want to make your own business, if you want to try, you know, and move further up the ladder, don't let people tear you down, because with this one, this card is definitely about action. And that's also, I feel like this card is also success there. You know, it's like, to me, it's like she's going up the elevator. So it's like you're moving up high. Then we go into Tuesday. We cut this card Tuesday. Look, there can be a bit of arguments. I feel like the sort of the delusion for Tuesday. And I also feel like I was talking about Russia with the arms, they might have a bit of airstrikes or hear something. I thought maybe Tuesday or Thursday, but with this card, there could be little complications coming up, little frustrations that could be coming up. I kind of feel like you're at this person won't sort of get you, like you're really trying to communicate your concerns or your voices. It's like you can see through the crap with this card and you're really trying to voice them, but someone just, they can't see. They're too much in the delusion. They're too much in this person that you're trying to tell. They got their head over in they hide their head, to me, like in the covers. They don't want to know about reality. We're going into Pisces season. Pisces, you know, the Pisceans are very psychic. They're very intuitive people. But on a ground side, they don't like the world's, the world can be a very hard place for a Piscean. So they like to escape the world through different methods. But yeah, so it's like this one here, it's like your discussions, frustrations. Then we go into Wednesday. Wednesdays are going to be, I feel like with this day, there's definitely unity. We're definitely in this like dream state world where you know, we're trying to make everything's okay, everything's fine. Definitely listening to our intuition more with this card, definitely going ahead more, and there's a bit of a transformation. I feel like there's transformation coming up with this card, and also I feel like plans are starting to take place, and you know, really pushing to where, you know, where we're going to go. Another good card, so this card would be for Thursday. So this card is definitely success, you know, and I think this card will link up to the Monday's card. So I feel like maybe if you're going for a job interview on Monday, by Thursday, you know, you've got maybe a result, some sort of successful, but you've made it, you've done it. It's definitely opportunities coming ahead and being fulfilled. I think with this card, it's also representing fulfillment and knowing, like, you know, do you feel fulfilled in your life? You know, but if you don't, find out where you are. Again, fill the voids. Like during the reading when I was getting, you need to fill the void in your life. Where's the empty space? What can you do to make that more enlightening for yourself? Then we've got Friday. With this card, Friday, I feel like I kind of feel a bit down with this card. I kind of feel like there's anxiety there. There's a little bit of drama happening in our lives, but and it's like about cutting that drama out and rising above it and just moving ahead and moving on. I keep on getting this image in my head. So for those of you who aren't in Australia, I guess I've got this image in my head. Last weekend when we had the big protests here in Australia in our capital, Canberra, there's a lady who's gone viral. If you can look up some sort of like maybe crazy lady in Canberra with road rage, something like to those lines, you'll see this lady. She had a lot of road rage with these other people, these other ladies, and then she actually had like a big 4-wheel drive car and actually put her car up on the other car, like wrote it up. You have to look it up. It's this thing's gone viral, and that image is in with this card. That image is in my head, so I'm gonna say just don't go into the drama. That lady has definitely, you know, for whatever reasons, she's a bit crazy, and so if anything like that happens, we want to avoid drama with this card for this day. stay out of it, because I feel like you'll just bring you down to the other person's level and you're just going to feel really bad. So it's about rising above any sort of drama that's coming on and knowing that you know better and that you have that wisdom. It's like in my reading I was talking about the wisdom. You need a lot of wisdom on this card for Friday because I feel like you know better. Then we've got the Saturday again. So this card here, I feel a bit anxious, a bit cautious. We're really recognizing about our heights of, and our judgment that, so coming into that moon is going to be in the Capricorn. Capricorns can be a little bit judgmental. I have a Capricorn moon. It's just a Capricorn thing. It can be a little bit judgmental. But it's also about remembering not to hurt others with this card. But it's a lot of, when I see this card's a bit the anxiety in that. But it's definitely about filling voids. Then we've got here on the Sunday. So Sunday, I feel like we're in talks, we're in discussions, not only with our partners, but with ourselves about, again, the future. But I feel like we need to sort of start putting those plans into action now. The planning stage was before. Now we're coming into action with this good. We've got all planets moving forward, and they're going to be moving forward until April. So we really need to take advantage of this and really starting to really put things into action. Okay, it's like with this card too, is this Sunday, it's going to be support. I feel like a helping hand, support, definitely people helping to navigate you, whether it be spirit, your guide, your angels, or your partner, or anyone else that you rely on for support in your networks. And then we've got the spiritual card for overall for the week. With this card, spiritual card, I do feel like it's about it's like I just feel like again rising above I keep on getting rising above the delusion. Don't get into too much of a dream state. Knowing that you want to see reality as much as we want to daydream, we need to keep in the reality of things and keep in the real world with this card. It's also about our spiritual growth and where we're opening up and seeing there's beauty in every day, and we all have beauty within us. There's always something, nice. I always say if a person can be physically beauty, but if the inside is rotten, I feel like to me they don't look great. So sometimes I'll say people, I don't like that actress, but it's because I feel like their own personal character isn't great. So to me that sort of shines out. So I do feel like with this card, it's like the inner beauty, it comes out like our spiritual awakening. We're opening up to more things, getting more assistance, believing in ourselves, knowing that no one can really put you down unless you believe that. So it's about not believing that. Okay. I'm going to go to my guides for the week and then we'll do a 4-card spread. Okay, let's have a look here. Hi everyone, welcome to the week ahead that's coming up. This is a week of never-ending cycles and a week where you're going to have to trust yourselves, trust your soul, trust that you're here for the good of everything that you do. Trust that the world is a wondrous place and you all have a plan that you've got to go through. You're all planning and navigating through life itself, but your guides and yourself has already planned this life for yourself. You already unknowingly know that what you seek is going to happen. Everything you plan and everything that you believe that you know it's just going to happen, it will happen. For you've already planned this before you came here, before you started living this life, before you started walking the earth's plane. It is now time for you to rise up and be the good people that you are, the good souls. For those who you feel like, or those who are, your soul, you're not very good, you haven't been very nice. Those people will have to learn their own lessons. And again, they wrote their own lives. There's no fault of their own why they are that way. It's just their place and what they have to offer the world. The person who is the most evil still has a place here and still has a purpose. For if we were all good and everything was peaceful, where would you learn? Where would mistakes be? And how would this relate to others? Please know that you are here to learn lessons. You're all here and you're all loved and you all have a place, good or bad. For good will always trump evil. And evil will never completely win, but evil has its place here too. It all goes around in a cycle, and you're all here to experience at this time, for we can only rise above for what we learn underneath. Okay. Now I'm going to Do a 4-card spread for you. So let's have a look here. 4 cards just to make it more of an individual reading that I do. And don't forget, I'm available for private readings as well. So, and I do, for these clients, I do have a $5 surcharge on top of my prices just to cover the fees that PayPal put on. Okay. Alright, let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Reading here. So card 1, card 2, card 3, and card 4. Okay. Card number 1, which is this card here for this week. It's upside down. Well, you are definitely, with this card, you're definitely, there's going to be unexpected emotions, but there also could be problems over the home. But there's also a card where you're definitely climbing the ladder. You're definitely taking a step up. You're definitely moving into a direction of unknown possibilities. But there is a aspect of problematic things, like things maybe not going according to plan, like unexpected hiccups in terms of, you know, where you're going, what to do. But also with this card, it can also be, again, I feel like the Piscean energy delusion. There's going to be problems with that. So it's like look at your reality and look at what your challenges are to rise above them. But it's definitely also, I feel like with this card as well, on a good note, you're definitely moving forward, you're definitely moving ahead, and you're going up and you're being more aware of your surroundings. Card number 2, which is this card here. This card, it's about, again, there's this emotional aspect coming up here, but also a fiery strength. Like I feel like there's this Mars energy coming up. This card is about taking risk, and if the risk doesn't happen or doesn't come to plan or doesn't work out, is okay. It's like, just take the risk. Don't be scared, even though, as I said, it might not work out like the man. Like it looks like he's trying to go up the stairs there, but he's kind of, things haven't really worked out for him. But it's also about picking up your socks and trying again. And definitely, like, it's definitely a card of risk taking, of maybe even wanting to travel. So maybe you're looking at traveling and it doesn't quite work out, but it's definitely an aspect of trying not to be, you know, you might be in disbelief. Definitely it's about trying again, because if you don't take that risk, and if you try again, maybe try something differently to get that outcome, because it might work the second time. Then we've got card number 3, which is this card here. This card's about the yin and yang, I feel like, with this card. There's definitely change coming in with this card. It's like, I see like what to me is like Pluto. So it's definitely about, you know, the old dying, but the new coming in. It's definitely, there is a freeing of emotions. It's like you're freeing of the emotions. You're hardening up. You're not being quite sensitive. But there's definitely a big thing about change and transformation. It's like you're not going to be crying anymore. It's like you're toughening up. You're really, it's like you were with this card, you may have been a bit again, like I said, like delusional, like not smart, but it's like smartening up with this card, and you're definitely looking more spirituality, looking into into new possibilities, but like new things that are definitely coming in. It's like the old dying, like get away from the old and bringing the new in your life with this card. Then card number 4, going to be this card here. Oh, I know, another fiery card. Okay, this card, be careful with your temper. Temper's gonna explode. It's like a pressure pot or cooking, like a cooking pressure, what do they call them? Pressure, I can't remember what they're called. Like those pots, the high pressure pot things. That's what it reminds me of, this card. There's definitely no emotion in this card. It's just all fire and everything's dried up. So what I want to say with this card, be careful of your temper. It's like things are coming to the boiling point and you want to keep an eye on that, but I feel like you might explode. But it's also could be good, because sometimes it's good to release these feelings and to release things and to definitely, you know, look, I feel like by the end of the week, things are gonna start clearing for you. You're gonna feel a bit better, but it's definitely, watch this space. It's like, try and open your mind. Try not to be don't be too stubborn with this card. Okay, so I'll be trying to do my lives more next week or the week after. I do have to film my horoscopes, which I'll be doing during the week, or hopefully maybe this weekend on Sunday, and putting them up during the week. So just depending when I get all that done. If I don't get it done in time, then I'll do a live the week after. By that time too, hopefully I'll have some good, interesting, exciting news that could be coming up too for me, and for you guys too. So I hope and I wish you have a good week ahead. It'll be interesting times up ahead coming up, and we'll have to see. So I also just want to add too, I'm actually thinking about doing some psychic development classes or astrology classes that would be online for my clients or people who want to learn around the world. So if you want to just put in the comment section if you are interested of doing any sort of online learning with me, and I will probably make it on a Sunday my time, sometime during the day, probably maybe around 2 o'clock. I think that's perhaps a good time, or 1 o'clock. Hopefully that's a good time for people around the world. But yeah, or I could do a nighttime one, but that just depends. But yeah, if you can just put down in the comment section which country you're from, and whereabouts you are, so I can try and work out perhaps a good time, or a time was going to suit most people, or maybe if it's enough people I could do multiple times, and I can start doing like some 2-hour workshops with you guys via Zoom. So it would be a very interactive workshop that I would also put in. So if you are interested in developing your psychic gifts and you would like to learn me to teach you a few things, just put down in the comment section. But apart from that, again, thank you for liking, sharing your comments, and I will see you again. Okay, bye for now.